Harvard Business Review recognized our next speaker as the world's #1 leadership thinker. He helps people to break their conscious and unconscious habits to make them more successful. He's written over 35 management books, and his latest book is called Triggers. Please give a warm welcome to none other than Mr. Marshall Goldsmith. Yeah! There he is.
Hello, let me briefly introduce myself and we will begin. My name is Marshall. I'm from a small town called Valley Station, Kentucky. I went to school in Indiana. I got a PhD at UCLA. I was a college professor and dean when I was very, very young. Then for the past 41 years, I've done a few things. One is like today, I give talks or teach classes. This is what I love to do the most. I've been to 102 countries, and on American Airlines alone, I have over 11 million frequent flyer miles. Have any of you seen a movie before called Up in the Air with George Clooney? Have you seen this movie? I have the card. And this always happens to me with the card, especially with women. I show them the card. They always say the same thing. You look exactly like George Clooney. So the first thing I do is speaking and teaching. It took a while for the translation to kick in there. So the first thing I do is speaking and teaching. Second thing I do, which I'm most famous for, is I coach executives. I've been the coach of the CEO of Ford, Pfizer, Glaxo, the president of the World Bank, the head of the Mayo Clinic, CEO of Walmart, all kinds of amazing people. What I love about coaching is where I learn everything. Although I'm supposed to be teaching these people, they actually teach me. Then the third thing I do is write and edit books and articles. I've done a whole bunch of books. I've done 3 mega bestsellers, and the other 30-something were purchased only by my mother, my father, and relatives. Now, you know, one of the advantages of coming to a program like this is get to meet new people. Yet many of you are sitting with people you already know, the same people you've been sitting with for all day. This is going to change. You are now going to stand up, look around the room, find 1 or 2 people you do not know and sit with a new partner. Stand up. Come on. Up. Stand up. Stand up. Find a new partner. Go. Okay, sit by your new partner. Sit by your new partner. Sit. All right, now, shh. We are going to practice peer coaching. In peer coaching, you are not here to judge your partner. You are not here to critique your partner. You are not here to put your partner down. You are here to help your partner. I want you to shake hands with your partner and say, partner, my name is, I'm here to help. Go, shake hands with your partner. Now, what are we going to be talking about today? Today's topic, what got you here won't get you there, helping successful leaders get even better. And a couple of requests. One, I give all my material away. All my material, you may copy, share, download, duplicate using church, charity, nonprofit. I've got hundreds of videos online. I give everything away for free. My attitude is we are all going to become equally dead. So we might as well do some good here. Now, so go to my website, get whatever you want. And I love getting emails. If you want to send me an email, marshall@marshallgoldsmith.com. I love getting emails. If you send me an email, I can't get back to you immediately, but I'll always get back to you eventually. Now, what are our goals? I want to share a proven leadership development process that you can use to develop yourself as a leader, coach people, and build partnerships. That's our goal. Beginning. I had the privilege, before he died, of spending 50 days with the great Peter Drucker, the world's greatest authority on management. I get ranked #1 leadership thinker in the world. My intellect, compared to Peter Drucker, is that of a 10-year-old boy. This man is so smart. He taught me many wonderful lessons. One great lesson is this: we spend a lot of time helping leaders learn what to do. We do not spend enough time helping leaders learn what to stop. He said, half the leaders I meet, they don't need to learn what to do. They need to learn what to stop. And that one comment led to my book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. Now, what are some of the classic challenges faced by successful leaders? I was interviewed in the Harvard Business Review and asked a question. What is the #1 problem of all the successful leaders you have coached over the years? What is their #1 problem? And yes, as I look around the room, I sense the problem in this very room. Yes, I feel many of you may be afflicted with this disease. What was my answer? Winning too much. Now, what does this mean? If it is important, we want to win. Meaningful, we want to win. Critical, we want to win. Trivial, we want to win. Not worth it, we want to win anyway. Winners love winning. In the game of life, you're all winners. If you weren't winners, you wouldn't be sitting here. It is incredibly difficult for winners not to constantly win. I'm now going to give you a case study of winning too much that almost all of my successful clients fail. I'm going to make a prediction. Almost all of you will fail this case study. Case study #1. You want to go to dinner at restaurant X. Your husband, wife, friend, or partner wants to go to dinner at restaurant Y. You have a heated argument. You go to restaurant Y. It was not your choice. The food tastes awful and the service is terrible. Option A, critique the food. Point out our partner was wrong. This mistake could have been avoided had only you listened to me. Option B, shut up. Eat the stupid food. Try to enjoy it and have a nice evening. What would I do? What should I do? Almost all my clients, what would I do? Critique the food. What should I do? Shut up. Everyone in the room, how many people in the room have ever critiqued the food before? Raise your hands. Yes, a room filled with food critiquers. Was that smart or stupid? Stupid. And as stupid as it was, I'm going to give you an example now that is so hideously stupid, it will make that one pale by comparison. And I will predict at least half the people in the room have done this. Case #2. You have a hard day at work, a hard day, under so much pressure. More, numbers. Such a hard day. You go home. Your wife, husband, or partner is there, and the other person says, I had such a hard day today. I had such a tough day. And we reply, you had a hard day. You had a hard day. Do you have any idea what I had to put up with today? Do you think you had a hard day? We are so competitive, we have to prove we are more miserable than the people we live with. I gave this example to my class at the Dartmouth Tuck School of Business. A young man in the back raised his hand. He said, I did that last week. I asked him, what happened? He said, my wife looked at me. She said, honey, you just think you've had a hard day. It is not over. Now, talk to your partner 20 seconds oh, wait, before we do that, I have an example from book Triggers I'd like to share. My book Triggers. In my book Triggers, I got an email. And I talk about it in the book, if any of you would send me such an email after today, I would be so proud of today. A young man sent me an email, and he said, I was in your class 5 years ago. He said, I know you don't remember me. I wanted to send you an email today and just say thank you. He said, yesterday I was having a terrible day, and I was under all kinds of pressure. And my wife called, and she was talking about what a bad day she was having. He said, I was just getting ready to point out how her problems paled in significance to my own. He said, for some reason, I remembered your little course, and I started breathing. And I said, this is my wife. This is someone I love. This is not the enemy. He said, I just listened to her, and I said, thank you for everything you're doing for the family. I love you. He said, I went home. I spent $25. I bought her some flowers, and I told her, I love you. He said, that was the best $25 I have ever spent. Thank you very much. Talk to your partner 20 seconds and answer this question. When is one time in the past you had a need to win and prove that you were right, and you should not have been fighting the battle in the first place? Go! Talk to your partner. Talk, talk, talk. La, da, 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 da. Okay, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Now, learning from a great leader. Learning from a great leader. In my role as an executive coach, I have a very unique billing system. I do not get paid 1 cent if my clients don't get better. Better is not judged by me. Better is not judged by my client. Better is judged by everyone around my client. Now, there's a great way to test if someone actually believes what they're saying. You can ask a person one question and instantly determine their level of belief. I've never seen that question fail. What is it? Do you want to bet on it? Do you want to bet on it? If they say, I believe it, I don't want to bet on it, what did you just learn? They don't believe it. They say, here's the money. They believe it. I bet on what I do every time. When you get paid for results, you learn a little humility. The client I coached that I spent the most amount of time with did not improve at all, and I did not get paid. The client I coached that I spent the least amount of time with improved more than anyone I've ever coached. 200 people got better, and I did get paid. This was a humbling lesson. For those of you with a background in mathematics, I made a chart. On one dimension, it said, time spent with Coach Marshall Goldsmith. The other dimension was called improvement. There was a clear negative correlation between spending time with me and getting better. I thought, this is a very troublesome chart. I went and talked to my client who improved the most, who I spent the least amount of time with. His name's Alan Mulally, was the CEO of the Year in the United States, Fortune magazine, #3 greatest leader in the world. I talked to my friend Alan. I said, Alan, of all the people I've coached, I spent the least amount of time with you, and you improved the most. I showed Alan my chart. I said, Alan, the way this chart looks, had you never met me, you would really be good. I asked my friend Alan, what should I learn about coaching from you? He taught me 2 lessons, which I'm now going to share with you. If you don't learn anything else today, you're going to be a better coach and have a happier life. He said, lesson number 1, Marshall, your biggest challenge as a coach is called customer selection. If you pick the right customer, your coaching process will always work. He said, if you pick the wrong customer, your coaching process will never work. And he said, never make the coaching process about yourself and your own ego and how smart you think you are. Make it about the great people that you coach and how proud you are of them. These are such great lessons. Most of us never deeply understand these lessons. Now I have a question. If the answer is yes, when I go like this, say yes. Is this a group of high character, ethics, and integrity? I'm going to test that right now. I'm going to ask the group a question, a troublesome question, a personal question, perhaps even an embarrassing question. If the answer is yes, you must raise your hands. Are we ready? How many people in this very room are still stupidly attempting to change the behavior of a wife, husband, or partner who has no interest in changing? Get the hands up in the air. Hands in the air. Many hands are being waved. How many years have you been engaged in this futile behavior? How many years? 20 wasted years. Look up here, smile, take a breath. Let it go or let him go. Now I have a second question, even more troublesome, personal, or embarrassing. How many people in this room, even more stupidly, are still attempting to change the behavior of mommy or daddy who has no interest in changing? Yes, parental change agents. I was teaching my class at Dartmouth. A woman raised her hand. I said, are you trying to change mommy or daddy? She said, daddy. I asked her, what is daddy's problem? She said, he does not have a healthy lifestyle. I asked her, how old is daddy? She said, 94 years old. Leave the old boy alone. You want to smoke a cigar, old man? Smoke two. Smoke pot. Who cares? He's 94 years old. Now, I'm now going to share a model for developing yourself as a leader, as a friend, a partner. Step one, get in the habit of asking a question. We in life don't ask this question enough. What can I do to be better? Now, we're going to practice a participant response activity. I'm going to ask you questions. If the answer is yes, wait till I go like this. Then say yes in a very loud voice. If the answer is no or you do not know, remain silent. Are we ready? In your fine companies, wait till I go like this. In your fine companies, is customer satisfaction important? Yes. Should we ask our customers for their good ideas? Yes. Wait. Impatient people here, impatient. Yes. Should we listen to our good customers? Yes. Do you have a husband, wife, or partner at home? Have you spent a lot of time asking that partner, what can I do to be a better partner in our relationship? I noticed a massive dip in the level of enthusiasm. Who has a partner at home and you have not been asking that good partner, what can I do to be a better partner? Get your hands up, you guilty people. Hands up. Hands in the air. Come on, raise those hands. Hands in the air. Look at this bad man. Very bad. What's your first name, sir? Gary. The bad Gary. Bad. Gary, you're going to go home and ask your partner, what can I, Gary, do to be a better partner in our relationship? Then your partner will ask you a question. Who have you been sleeping with? So step one, get in the habit of asking a question, what can I do to be a better, not just at work, not just what can I do to be a better boss, what can I do to be a better husband? What can I do to be a better wife? What can I do to be a better father, mother, son, daughter? Start asking that question and then learn to listen to people. And fight that urge to express our opinion. Ask for input and try not to start talking. Just learn to listen and then think about what they're saying. Reflect on it and then thank people and don't punish the messenger. Now, we're going to practice that yes thing again. Gary over here, you didn't do good on the last yes one, did you? Not too good at all. I'm going to give you another chance. I am predicting equally bad results on round 2. Okay, are we ready? The rules are the same. I'm going to ask you questions. If that answer is yes, you say yes. If that answer is no, you remain silent. Would you agree with me that your coworkers are important? Yes. Should we encourage them to tell the honest truth? Yes. Wait for this. Would you agree with me that punishing the messenger, punishing those people that tell the truth, punishing those brave people would be a very bad idea? Yes. An awful idea. Am I in a room surrounded by hypocrites? You told me that punishing the messenger was a bad idea. I heard it. Terrible idea, an awful idea. I'm now going to give you a case study of punishing the messenger when someone in life gave you the message. Someone gave you honest feedback, and we're going to see, did you thank this good person? Or did you yell at them and punish them for telling the truth? Are we ready for the case? You have a hard day at work, a hard day. You go home. Your wife, husband, or partner's there. You get in the car to drive to the store. You're driving to the store. Lots of traffic. Cars are cutting in front of you. That person in the front seat goes, "Look out, there's a red light up ahead." Did you say, "Thank you"? Or perhaps something a little more like, "What do you mean there's a red light ahead? Don't you think I can see? I know how to drive this car. Why don't you be quiet and let me drive?" How many of us have ever chosen plan B and yelled at that person? Guilty, guilty, guilty. What was the cost of the person saying, "Hey, there's a red light ahead"? Nothing. What could that have saved? Your life, their life, and the lives of other innocent people. The next time somebody corrects your driving, you're going to go just like this. "Thank you." Ask, listen, think, thank. Now, the next thing is respond. How do you respond to feedback? I'm a pioneer in the world of 360-degree feedback. I don't know much about much. I'm a pioneer in that world. How do I teach every leader to respond to this type of feedback? You know what they say? Very simple. "Mr. Coworker, I got this feedback. I want to say I don't know who said what. Thanks to everybody who participated." Then the next part of the process is talk about the positive things. "I feel great about some of this feedback. Ethical, dedicated, hardworking, caring about the company and customers, getting results. These are important things to me. I hope it's where I did. I want to say how grateful I am." Then don't say but, say and my advice is pick one thing as a leader to improve. Don't pick 50 or 100. Pick one, and whatever you pick should come from your heart. For example, "Ms. Coworker, I want to be a better listener. If I haven't listened to you or the others in the past, I'm sorry. Please accept my apologies. No excuse. I can't change the past. I can change the future. Give me ideas for the future." Whatever she says, sit there, shut up, listen, take notes, say thank you, don't critique. Never promise to do everything people say. Leadership's not a popularity contest. I'd say, I can't promise to do everything you say. I'm going to listen, think of the ideas, and do what I can. Involve the people around you, change, and then follow up. What's follow up sound like? "Ms. Coworker, 2 months ago I said I want to be a positive and open-minded listener. Based on the last 2 months, give me ideas for the next 2 months. 4 months ago I said I wanted to be a great listener. Based on the last 2 months, give me ideas. 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. Now, what happens if you do this simple process I described? This is a research study involving 86,000 participants that's published, and now we've done this with 248,000 people from around the world. There is no country this doesn't work. There's no industry it doesn't work, and there is no level of management this doesn't work. In our research, every leader got multi-rater feedback. They were all asked to pick focused area improvement, talk with people, follow up, and then we measured, did they become a more effective leader? Not as judged by themselves, as judged by their coworkers. What did we learn? Table 1. When people said, "My leader went to that course but didn't talk to me and did no follow-up," -3 became less effective, +3 more effective, 0 did not change. If you understand probability and statistics, this looks a little bit better than a normal distribution curve. I've done something called a control group study. No training, no feedback, no nothing. The control group did this well. Might as well have been watching sitcoms. Table 2, a little follow-up, a little better. Table 3, some follow-up, a lot better. Table 4, frequent follow-up, much better. And finally, the amazing Table 5, consistent or periodic follow-up, massive improvement. They all went to the same program, taught by the same person, in many cases, me. They got feedback on the same process at the same time. What did I learn? To quote my friend Alan Mullally, if you get better, it doesn't have much to do with me. It's got a lot to do with you. The stuff I just taught you works. It doesn't kind of work or sort of work or a little bit work. It pretty much always works. Shockingly, it doesn't work if you don't do it. And our challenge in life is not understanding it, it's doing it. When my book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, was the #1 best-selling business book in the United States, the #1 best-selling diet book in the United States, sold 10 times as many copies. Americans get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter while purchasing more and more diet books. If purchasing diet books would make you thin, Americans would be the thinnest people who have ever lived. Nobody loses weight because you purchase a diet book. I made a mistake with that book. I love the title. What Got You Here Won't Get You There. I love the title. If I had to write the book over, I would change the title. I should have named the book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, Diet. Then I would have really sold a lot of copies. Now, we're going to finish with my favorite coaching exercise in the world. I want everybody to look up here. I want you all to smile, smile. I want everybody to take a deep breath, do your hand like this and go, hand, very good, very good. Now, I want you to imagine that you're 95 years old and you're just getting ready to die. You're on that deathbed. Here comes your last breath. Right before you take the last breath, you're given a beautiful gift. The ability to go back in time and talk to the person in this room. The ability to help this person be a better leader. Much more important, the ability to have a better life. What advice would the wise 95-year-old you, who knows what mattered in life and what didn't, give for the you that's here right now? Well, you don't have to say anything or do anything. Some friends of mine interviewed old people who were dying and got to ask this question: what advice would you have? On the personal side, 3 themes. Theme number 1, be happy now. Not next week, not next month, not next year. Be happy now. The great Western disease, I'll be happy when? When I get the status, the money, BMW, we all got the same when. Learning point from old people, I got so busy chasing what I didn't have, I couldn't see what I did have, and I had everything. Many of you are among the luckiest people that have ever lived. You live in a wonderful place. Many of you have friends, you have family, you have health. Compared to me, you have youth. You've got it all. Don't get so wrapped up looking at what you don't have. You can't see that. Learning point number 2, friends and family. When you're 95 years old and you look around that deathbed, none of your coworkers are going to be waving goodbye. You realize, these friends and family, they seem pretty important today. They're the only people that are here right now. And number 3, if you have a dream, go for it. Because if you don't go for it when you're 35, you may not when you're 45, and you probably won't when you're 85. It doesn't have to be a big dream, maybe a small dream. Go to New Zealand, speak Spanish, play the guitar. Other people think your dream is goofy. Who cares? It's not their dream, it's your dream. It's not their life, it's your life. I had a very embarrassing experience 2 years ago. I was teaching this class to a large group like this, and I said, go to New Zealand. Speak Spanish. A man raised his hand and he said, "We are in Spain, you idiot." The final advice is go for it. Life is short. Just go for it. You may not win, at least you tried. Old people, we almost never regret the risk we take and fail. We always regret the risk we fail to take. The final thing I'd like to say is it's been my honor to be here. It should be everybody's honor to listen to President Obama. What a fantastic opportunity for all of us, including me. Thank you very much for letting me participate with you today. Hope you found our time together to be practical and useful and hopefully help you have just a little bit better life. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Marshall, wow. Look at them. Awesome. Has anyone ever said to you that you have a very contagious laugh?
Yeah. Thank you. That's a great thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I know you're about to shake hands with someone special, so let's
Which
keep
way
it
do
short.
I go?
That way, I want to shake your hand because I've never before met George Clooney. Marshall Goldsmith, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you.